Hi YouTube. Well, it's a long time since I posted any updates on my MZ, didn't I? Basically, that is because I haven't told you the story yet of my trip home from the MZ meeting in the north. Basically, on the way back, she started to misbehave more and more and more. She already took a turn for the worse on the trip too, but on the trip back, well, the carburation was everywhere but on where she should be. That was the main thing. So I came home with no problems at all, but with an excessive gas consumption that was really unbelievable. 1 liter to every 12.5 kilometer I've measured that day. 1 liter for 12.5 kilometer. I often need less gas with my car. And well, with all my previous efforts, therefore seemingly fruitless, I had two options left. One option was to do a retrofit with a BVF carburetor, which I have in stock lying there, just in case, even with the fitting main jets. I've got everything to do it, except for fitting cables, but well, as we all know now, I can make them myself if I need to. And the other option was to be more original and get me a new carburetor, because I still recall that she was very economical when new. That is 18 years ago. So that's the job for today. And well, the week after I got home from my trip north, I decided for this option. A new Bing. So here it is. I've ordered it straight away, but I didn't get to mounting it. Well, there was a Suzuki Swift which took considerably more time and effort than I anticipated. But now, in this beautiful sunny day in July, I'm going to do it. Well, I hope I will have a better drivable, more responsive bike and more economical bike when I have finished this little job. See ya. Okay, well, as you see, the old carburetor is out. We are now about 1 hour further in time, but I have something quite interesting to show. There they are, two carburetors taken a little bit apart. I asked the supplier, which was in this case TKM Racing in Germany, for their advice on which main jet I should install in combination with a 300cc cylinder, which as I have. And a little bit to my surprise, they advised me size 122 for the main jet. No alteration elsewhere needed to adapt this carburetor from 243 to 291 cc's. To my surprise, I got the advice to install 122 for a main jet instead of 118, which is the main jet of my old carburetor with the terrible gas consumption, you know. So why should I install a bigger main jet? To reduce my gas consumption. Weird. So I took the stuff apart to compare the both carburetors, which seem to be exact copies of each other. Of course, one being 16 or more years older than the other, but exact copies from the outside. Well, there are some subtle but noticeable changes in the design of the carburetor. I'll show you. I think most important change is that this carburetor is equipped with a double spring on the valve, or on the slide if you like. This is the same part, and as you see, that small spring is missing. I'll take the slide here, and this is exactly the same slide as the new one, but this slide is severely damaged. I hope I can show you. There are lots and lots of scratches. There is here the form or shape of the from the wear and tear marks on this part. I can tell it has been fluttering into its vertical tube. So I suppose that this secondary spring is intended to level this out, as the big spring will be where my finger rests and the small spring will be where my finger is now. So I suppose they did so to make the valve more resistant to wear. Secondly, and I think more importantly, I think that the wobbling of my piston here has been so severe that I saw that the needle, where do I have a good background? Yes, here I have, isn't straight anymore. So possibly that I now finally find, because of my excessive gas consumption, if a needle has this kind of a shape, torn as it has become by years of fluttering in the jets, it is likely that the jets are worn out completely too. So yes, I'm happy. I will go to install my new carburetor.